Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. If you found yourself here, there may be a message for your healing journey, soul's evolution, transformation, or simply information. Today, I would like to talk to you about the devastating effects of identity theft and fraud. So, how to know what happens? Well, maybe it snuck up on you when you weren't aware. And maybe your past person stole your identity, right? Your driver's license, your passport, your social security card. And of course, all your bank accounts have been drained and are compromised. Your phones have been hacked into, and every account you have, email wise and or business wise, have been hacked. Maybe websites you worked hard to achieve success in your life, and they've stole that too. So, how to identify these things? Well, maybe you've noticed your wallet and your ID keep being triggered for your password to be reset. If Microsoft or any other identity theft on a low level, maybe you won't see these. Maybe you have a credit report pulled manually, which is free to everybody if you want to. Maybe go through your bank accounts and or your credit cards. And maybe in the past somebody has put you on one of their credit cards so you can use it for the family. Maybe you didn't call to make sure you're off. But then again, if you're like me, you did. And maybe they were able to put it back up based on something else they've done shady. Maybe they hired attorneys to get a power of attorney on you because they said you were mentally incompetent, right? Compromised justice system, right? Go through the trash. People do that too, these crazy fools. They go through your trash. If you've ever had an access gone through your trash and you've seen why. They go through everything in your world, take pictures, hold it up when you least expect it, even when supposedly they're dead, right? So thieves can steal identity, drain your bank accounts, run up charges on your credit card, open new utility accounts, and also get into your medical care accounts, insurance fraud, everything else, life insurance. They steal your identity. Why? Well, you will find out sooner than later, and it won't be fun, trust me. So if you've dealt with a narcissistic person in your past, such as I have, they steal your personality, mannerisms, words, your life stories, and their accolades that they came to you with don't seem to fall in place. You kind of question everything on their world once you're away from it, and you unpack and unfold your story. They embody the energy and talents of a thief, right? And socially, maybe nobody knows this, but behind the scenes, yes, they're manipulative people with tactics that are malignant. They do steal your identity, and trust me, I know. This should not be ignored. Anybody who is with anybody that you've lived with that's on the low legs of life, you want to make sure you pull your credit. And when I say pull it, I mean pull it, not just in the state you live in, but pull it national. And look these things up. They steal everything from you, but they can't steal your integrity, your faith over fear, and your hope for your healing journey. Through their own demise, they will be caught. And yes, even though they have a lot of flying monkeys around that do the dirty work and capitalize on you, I don't know if everybody gets a 10 at large to gag order and keep quiet. I don't know what it takes. Drugs, alcohol, filthy sex, spreading diseases. I'm not sure what it takes, but I know from my past this is going on. And currently, everybody knows about it. All well, they seem to have some material gain at my demise, the cost of me, my livelihood, my life. Enjoying watching me suffer? Well, I guess so. Well, I will rise to all of you. And guess what? God is a plan and karma does play out. But to all of you, I expect all of you to rebuild my credit and own your own shit. I can shout down Main Street anything I've done, and anything that you have will be brought into justice. And I mean justice to the fullest extent. I have pulled my credits, and I know what's going on. Change your date of birth, change your stature based on my goodness. I get it. You're a thief. You're a fool. You're the common Bonnie and Clyde. Well, to everybody listening out there, there's a lot of identity fraud triggers that I get daily, and it's an interesting shit show. Your life. You've done it to a lot of different people. So, everybody out there, who's been with somebody that maybe is narcissistic or have addictions and/or crazy banana things are happening in your life. You try and get away from it, you run. You've had order protections in place, harassment orders that some counties barely give you the minimum. Well, what do I say to that is, here, learn from me, from my pain, from my experience and my journey. I'm bringing awareness, and yes, it's on YouTube where it's been shadow banned and blacklisted. But I'm speaking it into the ethers because God has a plan. Anybody who's suffering in silence will stop doing it. I'm not saying have a GoFundMe and do a billboard. However, we could all collaborate so this doesn't happen to anybody. There needs to be system in place so this doesn't happen. Unfortunately, the justice system allows this to happen. Oh, yes, the dark magic, voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, and covens and cults. Sadistic people collaborating with the devil. Well, he doesn't want to either. Well, there's friends in low places with everybody. So God is the plan in collaborating to make sure you stand down and shut down your little game. Your manipulative tactics will not work. And so I'm standing up for everybody here today. I survived your bullshit and your chaos. My ancestors are rolling around in their grave, pissed off as hell. And so I'm channeling for them and to them. And you will receive your karma because you didn't stand down. And everybody will be held accountable that knew about it, took some money, maybe did drugs with you, or had relations. I would say illegal too. I wanted to say a lot more, but probably should hold my tongue. But if somebody asks me in the court of law, I will tell truth, all of it. Because if they're asked, I can tell my story because it's mine and it can be authentic. So you and your show need to stand down. Now you've got lots of warnings, and I'm sure you'll do more magic and spells to shut you up. That's exactly what you do to all of us. But I'm a unique person, and it doesn't work with me. It may have worked in the past with the other people, but to everybody out there that has known better but didn't do better, take notice of the karma happening around you. This is God's plan, not mine. I live with integrity. I don't do things on the 3D like you do. Shady and it's coward work in your evil ways. It will stop, and it will stop today. I've had enough. And when I say I've had enough, that means the shit show stops. The rodeo's over. And guess what? There's a new sheriff in town, and we don't play dirty. And we're not bought and paid for. We roll with God and our divine team. So all of you that knew better, but didn't do better, you better start speaking and tell the truth. Because karmically, you can build more good karma here on earth. And I'm only saying this one more time. You can build good karma on earth when you actually speak the truth and live with integrity. Those of you that are spying on me 24/7, hear me. And I know you're listening because you follow me around. You stalk me, harass me on all platforms, hire another private investigator to watch me, right? I don't actually care. The message I give out are life lessons of learning karmic laws, right? You know better, all of you. Taking money, sex, drugs, alcohol, and whatever you're doing, conjuring up schemes, Bonnie and Clyde shit. You're hurting everybody, yourself, and of course me. But I will not stand down to you or anybody else. And I'm advocating for everybody who's had to suffer at the hands of you special people. I'm minding my word. I'd like to say a lot more, but it doesn't matter because you actually need to learn some lessons. So the message today is anybody out there that knows better needs to do better, right? Isn't that what we learned when we grew up and in kindergarten? Where you got the note taped pinned to your shirt and it went home to somebody else? Well, the can of whooping is open. And so is actually a court of law from God where justice will be served. One way or another. You can't go to your grave with these secrets because they're all out there. And since YouTube allows certain readers to put shit out there and you listen to this chaos to see what your next move may be, Your energies and all their shit show, whether they're ghetto or not, it's humorous because it shows up for all of us and the world knows what you've done. Your energetic imprint is your legacy, I guess, versus something that's actually living with integrity, doing the right thing, up and up in the society, meaning you don't matter if you're the lowest scum, sewer maidens. You don't matter until you do better. So confess your sins, and you can't put the 10 grand or 10 at large on the altar. Father Tony isn't going to care because he's not on your side. And you can't buy freedom. Maybe in some counties you have. And granted, I'm well aware of all the players, names, places, what you've done, because I'm a seer. And I've been given the gifts, right? Because you're a coward. So I hope everybody out there that's stolen anybody's identity, mine included, going from a damn near perfect 800 down to 600. I hope you're happy with your choices, and I hope karma bites you in the ass every day, 24/7, 365, until you stop. Because I will be bringing awareness to everybody, no matter what. And I'm going to start using a lot of platforms to get the message out there. Seeing I'm always blacklisted and shadow banned here on YouTube, making no money, putting a message out that's going to change the world and how we see things. So it's out in the ethers, and that's what matters. So identity theft, fraud, criminal activity, smear campaigns, it's all bullshit. And I'm done. And so it is. Learn your lessons. Karma's on its way. And so it is. Namaste.